Here we're having a look at document storage. So I find my client, go over to Files, and this is where your document storage is located. You do have a filter here, so the filter is just a simple text filter. And let's just say I wanted to find profit and loss. I would go P and L, and it'll narrow down the search. So that's your first search. And then you've got some date tags down here. So every document is tagged with a date. And there is no folders. It's just a flat list of all your documents associated with clients. So super easy to find stuff, especially if you use that search function. But you want to notice that down here we've got filters for financial time period. So let's just say that we were looking in the 30 June time frame, and that's 2/30/06/2020. Then you'll find all your documents in that time frame. And you'll also notice that any document that's been put in here has got a type. So if I looked at this deed, let me show you. If I was to click there, I'll get a copy of that deed. That deed will load. This one must be big because it's taking a bit of time to load. Or maybe there is no document there. Maybe it's just a blank demo file. So let me see if there's something else here. Oh, it's just a simple text file with nothing in it for the example. But what about a signed set of financials? Let's have a look there. So there you see a document attached. It pops straight out. And you'll notice that financial statements in this case, where they've been signed, so signed financial statements, are put in here by the system. So if you've used our reporting module, our custom reporting module, generated a set of financial reports, sent them out to the client, when they come back with the signature. So in this case it's the director's declaration that's signed. The documents have hashes on them, and they have the document history showing when it was sent, viewed, signed, and completed. So that's all on that document here. So let's just remove our filters for our dates. Now in terms of actually attaching a document, let's select something and we'll upload it. So I've obviously got a whole lot of different things sitting in here. A lot of them wouldn't be relevant, but maybe I've just got a DD, and maybe that is a deed. Maybe DD is deed. I could change the name on that, and it would be a legal document, and it would be a deed. So let's just have a look at the other types that we have. So here are your subtypes for legal document, subtypes for regulator notices. In the case of a regulator, you'll see the regulator pops up here as an extra tag. So maybe it's an assessment notice for the ATO, or it could well be a penalty notice, and maybe that's from state revenue. So you do have extra tags in there if it's a regulator. For financial reports, you've got the typical reports that come out of a financial reporting system. Depreciation reports, inventory reports, a complete set of financial statements. So if it was a complete set of financial statements, you'd typically tag it like this. You'd say which financial year it's for, and you'd say what time frame it's for. Maybe it's for the full year, or maybe it's just for a month. All right? So that's in relation to anything that has a duration associated with it, because financial statements with profit and loss reports are from to, remember? Whereas if it was just simply a balance sheet, for instance, then it would be as at a point in time, and you'd just have that. Maybe it's a balance sheet with today's date on it. Or maybe, if we were sticking with the original example and we had a deed, then we have an instant which would be the date it's signed. So that just shows you how you work with the document. Now let's just say that that's the deed, today's date, right? And of course, if you wanted to have a look at what that was, it was just actually a copy of a guitar. Let's go back to the documents. Now, if you actually click onto that, you'll get the file metadata. So what's happening is all of these documents that get stored by Logit get stored with underlying metadata, which means that if you ever need to take your documents off the Logit system, you don't just get the documents, you get all of the metadata which will tell you what kind of document it was, in this case a legal document, the type, etc. You could also see here that you could change the name on this, so maybe that's trust deed, and then you've got deed. Now you've also got the option of storing something other than, so that unrelated is just PDF, Excel, Word, or any other file like that, but you do have an option of storing legacy data files that came out of those old accounting systems, and you'd flip it over to that. Or maybe you're working with XML files. Now I don't think I have any XML files, but if I did in this example, I'd be able to upload the XML file and it'll retain its existing characteristics. Maybe I'll keep that for a separate demo. But overall, that should give you a reasonable idea how to use the document storage system.